Are you looking to buy a house in Whitby, Ontario? Today I'm going to share with you my top strategies on how to buy a house in Whitby, Ontario that have helped dozens of my clients land their dream home in a highly competitive market. Make sure to stay until the end, as I have a top trick on timing the market to get the best bang for your buck. If you're new to my channel, welcome. I'm Cody Sturgis, a full-time realtor from Durham Region, Ontario, and with me, you can experience the difference. Firstly, why Whitby, Ontario? Before moving to a new place, it's really important to understand what benefit you'll get by moving there. Moving to Whitby has a lot of benefits. For starters, you're reasonably close, only about a 45-minute drive without any major traffic to downtown Toronto and other economic hubs, which opens up your job options vastly. Whitby also has a lower crime rate than the national average, meaning that you and your family can breathe a little easier. Whitby's crime index is almost 15 points lower than Toronto's. Holy smokes! No wonder I like going for walks after sundown around the Pringle Creek community. It also has some of the highest rated schools, one of which is actually just down the road from where I currently live. Fallingbrook Public School, which scored an impressive 8.8 out of 10 on the Fraser Institute for reading, writing, and math. The community in this town is super welcoming. Whitby combines a big town amenities with a small town feel. It's also home to award-winning breweries such as the Brock Street Brewing Company, which is my personal favorite, Five Paddles Brewing Company, and Town Brewery. It's also home to numerous award-winning restaurants such as Butchie's, owned by Food Network personality chef Andrea Nicholson. It's just damn tasty food. I'm not gonna lie, I just drooled a little bit thinking about Butchie's. It's so good. Personally though, the best part about living in Whitby is how calm and peaceful it is. All I can say is that moving here, it'll be one of the best decisions you've ever made. Moving on, let's understand the real estate market of Whitby, Ontario. Understanding the real estate market of Whitby, Ontario will help you make better decisions according to your financial situation and your requirement. You're probably asking right now, but Cody, how much does it actually cost to live there? And how much does it actually cost to own a home in Whitby, Ontario? To be honest, that's a fair question to ask, so I'm gonna shoot you straight. As of April 2024, the average detached house price in Whitby is just north of $1.1 million. The average price for a detached 3-bedroom is approximately $1 million flat. A 4-bedroom will have an average price of approximately $1.2 million, and a 5-bedroom detached house in Whitby costs on average $1.6 million. I hope that this gives you an idea of where the Whitby landscape currently sits. Although, if there is one constant in real estate, that is, it's always changing. Now that you understand how far your money will go in Whitby, Ontario, it's time to get financially prepared. You can't buy a house unless you are financially prepared. And for that, thankfully you don't have to have $1 million in the bank right now. But if you do, my name's Cody Sturgis. I'm just kidding. But there are two things that you need to do. First, you need to get pre-approved for a mortgage. I can't stress this enough that when I say getting pre-approved for a mortgage is an absolute crucial step. Not only does it let you know how much your mortgage you can actually afford, but sellers also tend to take you more seriously when you're pre-approved for a mortgage. In short, mortgage pre-approval is the first step you need to do before looking at any houses. Now, hopefully you've been financially savvy and have been putting money away saving up for a down payment. The down payment is a percentage of the home's purchase price that you pay up front. The larger your down payment, the smaller your mortgage will be. It's generally recommended to save at least 20% of the home's purchase price for a down payment, as that will get you out of CMHC's mortgage insurance costs. If you can't do that, No problem, a lot of people can't, but most financial institutions will require at least 5% down, so just keep that in mind. Guys, if you like this video and you want to learn more about Whippy before making your move, check out my next video where I share the 5 best things to do in Whippy. Now, you need to hire a real estate agent. The real estate market of Whippy is very competitive. And now that you know the updated average detached home price, they paint a clear picture that the market is super competitive. And while I appreciate the videos that talk about buying without a real estate agent, you simply can't compete with their market expertise. Not only do they tailor homes according to your needs, but also handle the negotiation and they guide you properly. Just make sure that you work with somebody who is full-time in the industry like myself. Why would you trust your biggest asset to somebody who has part-time knowledge? It just doesn't make any sense. The best way to find a real estate agent in Whippy is to contact me. You can also check out online for reviews and other agents, and I do recommend that you interview multiple other agents yourself. Just bring me in last, that's all I ask. Make sure you ask about their experience, the knowledge of the Whippy market, and their approach to buying or selling a home. It's really important to ensure the agent is licensed and check to see if they have any additional certifications or awards, and listen carefully to the questions they ask you. Moving on. Now let's go house hunting. Now that you have a real estate agent named Cody Sturgis by your side and you are pre-approved for a mortgage, let's go look at some houses. That being said, it's best to have a sit-down discussion about exactly what your needs, wants, and desires are so we can streamline the process for you. Creating a needs versus wants list is a smart step in the house hunting process. This list helps you distinguish between what you need in a home and what you'd like to have. It helps you stay focused during your search, prevents emotional buying, and allows your real estate agent to better understand your preferences. As you tour homes, your list may evolve based on what you learn about your housing options. Open houses and private showings are great opportunities to see a property firsthand. Open houses are typically advertised on real estate websites and are open to anyone interested in the property. Private showings, on the other hand, are arranged by the real estate agent and provide a more personalized viewing experience. Last but not least, let's talk about making an offer and closing the deal. When you make an offer, if you work with me, I will help you craft the best possible offer we can. It's not always about price. There are many factors to consider, such as the deposit, close date, conditions, just to name a few. A great example of this is that I just recently helped a family find their dream cottage in Bancroft. We weren't the highest offer, but ours was accepted because of how professional my offer was crafted and the rapport I built over time with the selling agent. It's important to find out what's important to the seller and their circumstances and try to craft your offer around that so it speaks to them in the stack of multiple offers. If your agent isn't doing this, please just fire them and call me. I promise you will experience the difference. The seller will then either accept your offer, reject it, or make a counter offer based on things like price, closing date, or other conditions. While receiving a counter offer may be a little scary, hopefully your full-time real estate agent has enough experience to stick handle through this for you. This is what I personally excel in. Oftentimes, a house inspection is a conditional part of the offer process. It involves a professional inspector examining the property for potential issues such as structural, hazardous electrical systems, plumbing problems, roof problems, amongst many others. In Whippy, there are several home inspecting services available, but I personally used and highly recommend Brad from Twin Peaks Inspections, who is also a master level inspector. It's amazing how quickly he can get up and down the ladder. Closing costs are one-time fees that the buyer must pay when they decide to purchase a property. These costs include, but are not limited to, land transfer tax, property taxes, lawyer fees, disbursements, and inspection fees. In most cases, they have to be paid up front and cannot be rolled into your mortgage. Generally, it's a good idea to budget between 3 and 4% of the purchase price just to cover the closing costs on resale homes. Before we jump into the bonus tip, if you got any value from this, please make sure to like, comment below, and subscribe. I would appreciate it greatly, as it helps me to be able to make more content. Now, as promised at the start of the video, the bonus tip is to consider the timing. Think about how the seasons affect the Whitby home buying process. There are more homes for sale in the spring and summer, which you would think would cause home prices to decrease. But if you don't live under a rock, you've probably heard that we have a massive shortage of homes currently. With the nicer weather, it brings out more buyers, which equals more competition for the home and ultimately drives higher home prices. Prices may be lower in the fall and winter because there will be fewer choices, as properties don't look as good, and we live in Canada, and let's be honest, the weather sucks a lot of the year. But that can actually mean some better buying opportunities if you're a little brave. If you want to learn more about the absolute best 5 things to do in Whitby, Ontario, make sure to watch my next video. It's an absolute game changer. Otherwise, drop any comments below that you have. We'll see you in the next video, and remember to experience the difference with Cody Sturgis Realtor.